What up, YouTube chat? Since I just started, you're not here yet. So saying what up doesn't really do anything, now does it? Anyhow, pinging the Discord. Streams. Stream sniper. Boom. Fair enough. My best stat for modding is banning. Not a very balanced skill set. Yeah. Really, the main thing I need is... I mean, banning's the main thing, I guess. Okay. So if I pull up the DDM to-do list, I'll pull that up. So we have two things in the code to do, which we're probably going to do on the second half of stream. Goodness, the food I had for dinner is not sitting entirely well with me. And then the art section, we literally have one thing, the store. And so I'm going to, obviously, you see this. This needs to be changed. These are the other environments. So we have a little bit of style to follow. And let's boot up Crota. Let's get straight into it. Karu, how's your day been? I'm gonna try the beta? Heck yeah. I look forward to playing it with you. So, the first question is, what is the default image size? Just drawing? Take a doodling break? Heck yeah. What's she working on? I feel like, let's compare them size-wise. It is... It's smaller than the racetrack. File. And Tito birthday art. What is Tito? Or Teto? Is that, I'm already gonna guess what it is. Not even gonna guess. Leaves? Look, everyone knows that I don't know what's going on. Just as a general, like, I just don't. Okay, so it's 1024. We can actually go ahead and open this one. Just for reference. New. And we'll go 1024. Actually, wait, no. File. I have this, and I can just draw over this. Right? This is 922 by 46. Size is getting displayed at. We'll make it bigger. Image. We resize canvas to 1024. Like that. And so puts it around that size. Did you actually leave? Because I don't know what Teto is. Image new size. We're gonna drop image resize canvas. I'm gonna drop an extra. Do that. And then we can trim it afterwards. She's a Yutao. So like Miku, but not official. Gotcha. Basically a Vocaloid. I see. Turn overall system volume down a little bit. That shouldn't affect it for you. Waiting for a gift to send me. Gotcha. Actually, I'm gonna change the music. I'm gonna hop to Plants vs. Zombies. Because that's a fire pick, if you ask me. I boost the light slightly. Yeah, I don't play Vocaloid on this channel, unfortunately for you. That's not my style, one might say. Don't gurr at me. Let's look up, I'm looking for, like, this sort of thing. I'm thinking less millennial and more third world country. A depressing one? I don't want a depressing one. Yeah, so this is more of like... What is this? Is it like an Aladdin video game? Interesting. Aladdin SNES. Moonlight Valley. Yeah, it's like all being from a video game, which is kind of weird. Market stalls. Doing like... So they seem to have like this little thing going over the top. Ugh, not if... I don't know why... Like, I have plenty... No. Control and delete. I have plenty of memory. I don't know why it's... Yeah, like I'm only using 57% of my memory. I don't know why they keep saying, you're out of memory. Market stalls. India. Ooh, this is a good vibe. Yeah, I'm looking for something. I want to make something like this. Got a little tent thing going on. Maybe it forgets? I don't think so. Thing is... Yeah, so we're gonna hit the cloth up top, drooping down. We're gonna have a box at the bottom. And that should be good. Ah, I see the gift you sent me. Let's get to the good part. So, as we all know, I am not the master of drawing straight lines. And this is going to involve some straight lines. But we'll just take it slow. If we look compared to this, what the thickness is, honestly, maybe that's a bit little. That's one of the hard things about... I really need to do spite sheets. Sort of deal. That way... things just sort of... They're on next to each other when I'm drawing. You don't have to worry about things are cohesive or not. Bring this up here. Really reasonable. That. Now, at the bottom of these, it is probably going to get cut off. That is fine. Because I really should have. You can just always go over a little bit. And we cut that off of there. And so if we want to have this sort of curtain-y thing at the front, a lot of these have. I don't think we have to do the middle pole. I think this one's gonna be fine without it. Because some of these don't have a middle pole. I wonder if there's a word for these little... I guess it's sort of just an umbrella. but put a new top layer. Turn off eraser mode. And then it's going to sag a little bit. Unless we have the beam right here. Just trying to get it pretty much exactly in the middle. Yeah, that works. I'll say that beam itself is a bit sagging. Do something like this. I think that does the trick. And then up here, and we go like and that's a bit too high, but we can just tweak that a little bit. That works. Bring that in. That up. Oh, I don't know what button that just was. That was the center button. Hello, Revolting. What up? Good to have you. I am working on the very final image needed for my game before I start doing the creator collabs. Karu dramatic entrancing like he wasn't already here. Yeah, clearly this is standing out a lot. That's the point of placeholder art. We're just making the little market stall. Give me a little market stall. Shop have silly V shop owner. Probably not as a shop owner. I don't think I'm going to put any NPCs in the shop. I think I'm just going to have goods. I could ask Silly for permission to do that, but I haven't as of yet. If I make... Oh, that's the wrong button. If I make the holder part stick out slightly? Doesn't really work. It could. That does kind of work. Make it go on both ends. Can there be a carrot Easter egg for you? Sure, Revolting. I mean, sure, Karu. Let's read who that chat was from. You will be a salad. A carrot isn't a salad. What are you on about? So this one needs trimming. Unless it's supposed to go over the edge, which it's not. And then that line is fine. I don't like how this is. Like it's just too much overlap of shapes. It doesn't really make sense. I think I'm gonna nuke this line as a crouton. That'd be kind of hard to draw a crouton, I think. These croutons are like little bread guys. I mean, I guess I can... It's just, this is so zoomed out. Like, what even would a crouton wouldn't really make sense here, I don't think. What up, Gistley? Good to have you. I am drawing the final asset I need for my game. Should I just nuke this entire thing? I think I should. This entire pavilion part. I need it to have a little sag, but maybe not as much sag as it did have. That's not enough sag. That's not enough sag. I think that's too much sag. Why are we eating Gistley? Oh no, Gistley is eating Karu. Yeah. Because you're a worm, and Karu is either a carrot or a crouton. Oh. Already started on 40. Normally I draw these on 30. Since I've been drawing on 40, I don't think I should change it. You know? Okay, see, that works. And we can have some of the curtain come down like this. All right, that's good. The PVZ music is vibe. Especially because there's going to be plants for sale here at this little shop. One of them will perhaps be the crouton plant. By the way, I was showing my college roommate the Erratus yesterday, and Revolting, he approved of your radioactive shape design. I mean, I did, and I'm the one who really importanced it. I say no NPC like a dark guy with white eyes? What the heck does that mean? I once again don't like this line. I'm really struggling with this line right here. And maybe the solution is I don't put a line in. And I just like sort of shade the corner. Like, see, it's just not it. Like a black market seller. Yeah, so there's only one NPC on the map right now. And that is Pencil Gremlin. And I would like to keep it that way. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because character design is hard. And like, if I start putting a character on here, my brain is going to get very like, ooh, about making everything perfect. And this isn't an asset that needs to be perfect. I say as I'm spending 12 hours just on this one particular line. I think that... Guess if you're still here, what you up to? How you been? No seller. Can you shoplift? No, you cannot. I mean, from a technical perspective, yes, probably. Right? But he's gonna be like in the back watching. I mean, kind of, you can always shoplift, right? My question is, do you get caught? And you know what? Let's just go for it. Under the desk, perhaps. I'm gonna look at the surrounding colors. I think we could stand for sort of an orangish canopy. And then the desk itself is going to be it's going to be brown. So what I need to do first is okay, this is the back pillars. I'm going to take this. I'm going to erase this. We can actually hide this for now. We're just going to throw in... I'm going to start throwing in the color. Just at the very bottom. And obviously we're going to come in and do the shading. Right now, of which there is none. And of course, we're gonna have to deck the shop out with items. Because right now, all we have is a bare shop. I would like to see sort of how the vibe is here before I... Yeah. I'm gonna grab this color here. We're actually gonna put the desk itself on a different layer, just for the sake of it. Now, you see there is no back line here. And that's intentional. because it is... I'm going to try and not leave space so that that's necessary to see. But maybe I'll end up coming in and putting a line there. Maybe I should do it in advance so that it's like, you know, it's there when I need it. I'm working with proper reference. But I don't feel like doing that, to be honest with you. Now here's a question that I'm wondering if I can get away with. Can I just take items that I've already drawn and just throw them in here? Is that slightly lazy? Definitely. Is it necessarily a bad thing? I'm gonna go with no. Layer, import as paint layer. So we can grab the royal roast, the sausages. They're also not entirely drawn with reference to each other in scale. We will also open, no, file, layer, import paint layer, 2026. This is map. What we want is items. This. This. We want this. Honestly, we probably want these as well. Layer, import, this paint layer, currency. You can grab these. You can grab this. All right, this is a lot of things to work with. I'm gonna start with the big bag of money. I'm actually gonna take all of this. Oh goodness. Accidentally imported. Isolate active layer. Accidentally imported a group of something. Yeah, that's no good. Turn off isolate. Why is that not working? Control E. Isolate active layer. Goodness gracious. Some stuff in a box in front of the shop. Yeah. I'm gonna just start sort of throwing this stuff on and we'll see what happens. Make this bigger. Can I make the thumbnail size larger? Turn off isolate active layer. Okay, if it's not named, I'm deleting it. How about that? Okay, I think we don't have the blitz. Oh goodness. All these paint layers. Oh, wait, but these are good ones. Right? Yeah, these are all good paint layers. Control G. This is like shop itself. So part of what's going to determine if I'm making updates to the game is how successful it is. So if the game is very successful, I will definitely be making small updates. Like things that don't need to be added, but could be added, right? Like extra features, that sort of thing. 1 second, what is this? Is this this? I don't see it. Okay, anyhow. I was looking for a layer. And so, if... Okay, I can turn this off now. And if the game isn't, like, successful to the point that I feel like I should just be growing it, but it does have minor issues, I will be fixing the minor issues. Because I do want it to be a good game, right? So if people are finding bugs, then I will fix those. Like, hopefully there won't be any bugs, right? But you know how games are. There's always bugs. So yeah, I'll definitely be fixing bugs. We will see how much additional content I add to the game. It is pretty close to... Do you have where you can choose not to fight people? It's... Can you elaborate on that? On what you mean? You don't have to fight 8,000 HP square. Oh. I do not have any way to skip matchmaking. So if you get matched with someone, you do have to fight them. But that's just sort of... I mean, I guess you have a valid point. I don't really want to get in the situation where you're sort of hunting for someone who has art. Like, you don't want to get in a situation where there's someone who's just skipping a whole bunch of times until he gets to someone who has good art. Not to say that a bunch of people are going to have bad art, but you know what I mean, right? You don't want people sort of just moving opponent to opponent to opponent without any sort of specific target in mind, because that also, you know, makes it longer for people to take a game. It makes it to where like people get it will offend people probably, of like you match up with someone and then they just insta leave. Once again, like, I know this is kind of dumb, but I'm not intending the public matchmaking to be particularly something that I'm encouraging people to use. Like, it's there if you want to use it. Honestly, I don't know how, like, it depends on the success of the game, how much, like, if there's even people playing all the time, that you can even use the public matchmaking, you know? Because, like, if the game isn't that alive, which, you know, I don't have a massive base, it's not blowing up on TikTok or anything, despite my best efforts a while ago. I do need to start trying that again. So mostly you're going to want to rely on the invite games, and that's one of the main things that the Discord is going to be useful for going forward. Like, you're going to want... Ooh, what the heck? It's going to be optimal to, like, talk to people in Discord and do matchmaking there. Hello, Eric. Welcome in. A long time no see. To Twitch chat, we did have a YouTube viewer come back to say hi. I'm not just being schizophrenic. How you doing, Eric? Yeah, YouTube. Thank you. I think the radishes need to be smaller. They also need to be more on top. You also hear voices in your head? Heck yeah. We love the voices in the head. You're doing good? Glad to hear it. I think that this should be in front of the ham. There we go. I've been pretty good. To be fair, maybe YouTube is the voices in my head. You do have a valid point. If YouTube isn't real, then maybe neither am I. And that's the thing to think about. Yeah, this is the last image I have to draw for the game. And then after that, I have 2 like little bugs that need to be fixed. And then in theory, the game is pretty done. I do need to talk to a bunch of creators because I do have some collabs planned that I need to get in the game. And that will be mostly trivial to do. I don't expect that that will be a significant amount of work. It's mostly just they're going to give me things and I'll put it in the game. I am going to play my game live. Most of the Gartic streamers that you know, I am friends with. And we are going to play TDM either on stream together or on stream separately. I know that I'm going to play it with Ween. I know I'm going to play it with Chef. I know I'm going to play it with Null. I don't think I've talked to Silly about it. Why the royal meat in front of the pole? Just you? No, I need to fix that later. Honestly, we can fix it now. Isolate active layer. By the way, you are very close. It is the royal roast. I'm a big fan of the alliteration. My second monitor covers up. It covers up the side of my screen. So if you ever see me leaning like this, I'm looking around my second monitor to get to the little icons that are there. Okay, so we have sausages. Now, one of the things that needs to be here is the art supplies. Now, there's the question of how does one... Hello, Ash. Welcome in. How does one put the art supplies in here? Because I don't really have a good thing for that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these, I'm going to move them over, and it's going to have its own little section. In a cup? Yeah, I think I'm going to do like a potion rack. But I do want to grab a different... I want to grab the Doodle Diamonds instead of the money bag. Control C, Control V. And we can put this in... We're going to put it sort of in the back. I'm going to name this to... Is this the... Yeah, we can delete this one. I'm going to delete the coin. You may eat the drawing, Eric. You know, it's kind of interesting. Yummy is almost a universally good thing. Like, I don't know if I'd... Like, in most situations, there is a word... Like, if you say something is... like, cooking and cooked is... Oh, wait, no. There's, like, ate crap, which is, like, for wiping out, is, like, the opposite of cooked. Or it is... To say something is cooked is to say that it's bad. And so the whole... Like, that's just a weird situation. Where, like... to say I cooked means you did amazing. If something is cooked, then it's not good. And that's just weird. It simply is. I'm gonna move this here. We'll take these and we're gonna move them in front of the sausage. I like that. If a guy walks in a bar, walks in and says yummy, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, he is meaning it as a good thing. However, he should not say that to someone. And thus, ultimately, it's a bad thing. Does that make sense? Like, he means well, but he's actually just a creep. So really what I should be doing here is going to the original art and handling this differently. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. And then boom. A tree. Yeah, cooking equals looking good. Cooked equals bad, but also cooked equals good. Does cooked equals good? Oh yeah, he cooked does mean he did good. You just don't want to be the thing that got cooked. Like if I beat you at Fortnite, I cooked you. Okay, so now I'm gonna outline this. Now perhaps all of these items are ever so slightly, like their details are a bit off in the line weight department. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Thinking I should maybe bring my line weight on this down. I'm gonna take it down to like a 30. You want to be the one in the kitchen, not the thing in the frying pan. Exactly. It's a good way to put it, Ash. That's exactly how to put it. And then I'm trying to erase this right here. Is this Loon Bloom? Technically this is a Vaporwave remix of the Plants vs. Zombie songs. This isn't Loon Bloom. This is I think this is the night track. Yeah, I like the mini Among Us's. Sooner than later, or perhaps the correct term is eventually, I'll make it to where you guys are little DDM characters. And then maybe even once the game comes out, I might let it be to where, like, if you get to a certain level, you get your monster to a certain level, then I can put it as a Twitch emote. But I do have a plan to replace stream avatars with a different app. But the thing is, that app doesn't exist yet. I plan to make said app. Which, that's kind of spoilers. I have plans. I'm not going to say what the plans are yet, more specifically than what I just said. There are indeed plans. Let me tell you that. There are plans. That is all you need to know for now. And then we come in here, we come like this. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's see if we can flush that in a little bit more. And then I would like, we are gonna have to do these little radishes a bit. They're a bit difficult as they're more complicated geometry. Like, see, that was... I need to do it smaller pieces at a time. That way when I hit undo, I don't lose everything I just did. Remember the time I spoke in pirate words, so I spoke back like a pirate. The pirate stream was fire. I should do a collab with Ween, where, I don't know if you guys know Ween, especially you on YouTube, because, I don't know if you are also on Twitch, but Ween is a Twitch streamer. He's a pirate pumpkin. And I think that we should do a Talk Like a Pirate stream. He does talk like a pirate often, but not entirely. But I do think he'd be down to do like a challenge where he has to talk like a pirate the entire time. And like we do it together. That could be fun. Who's Wiener World? How did you forget how to spell terms? How bad did my brain freeze? I get you. This is too much opacity. We can just shade the shop a little bit. Ash, thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna actually wipe my mouth after that. I'm having a bad problem with my lips getting very chapped. W shelf? Thank you. Alright. So, now we want to put the art supplies on here, right? So, art supplies, dice, and backgrounds are the other things in the shop. Now... Oh. Amogus. Revolting is saying hi to YouTube chat, Eric. Your name is Eric, right? I've been seeing ERIG9C and just removing the G9 and going with Eric. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a little box for the backgrounds. It's gonna be... Oh, you know what? It'll be like a stack of papers. We're actually gonna put it underneath these items. We're gonna go like right here. No, it's pronounced airy. Gotcha. You should have told me. Me when I've been saying a chatter's name wrong the entire time. Oops. Put that on top. Crazy stuff from me, gotta say it. You guys are talking across dimensions. You are allowed to have merged chats now. So I should really work on... Obviously, it wouldn't be merged in the chat itself, but I need to make it so that you can see Aries messages, like on the Twitch screen. Because right now you can't, right? Yeah, no, you only see revolting. Yeah. So I was saying probably I'm going to make the Doodle Dice Monsters replace the Among Us's at some point. But the thing about that is that I'm going to entirely replace stream elements at some point. And I'm not sure if I want to spend the effort replacing the Among Us's with Doodle Dice Monsters stuff when I'm going to end up replacing stream elements. And when I replace stream elements, it's going to be... This is another spoiler. It's going to end up using you guys as Discord profile pictures. And so naturally it's not going to use anything of mine. And why'd the music stop? So I'm definitely going to need to hold on in that regard. Okay, that's decent. So this is going to be like the stack of backgrounds. Let's go. I need to put it on loop mode. There we go. Zone Botany was the one I was having trouble placing the name of. Okay, and so now we want dice sets. You don't mind if people get your name wrong, it's just a way you say it. Does 10 trillion backflips? I mean, when you do 10 trillion backflips, I think you're deserving of people saying your name correctly. Okay. Now, on that beautiful note, we're going to come in and we're going to do the paints. I want to just isolate active layer here. Except, no, isolate active. How do I want to like turn everything down in opacity, but maybe that's not possible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in bright green, which isn't going to be how we're going to keep this. But... and then I can darken it. No, because that's going to do weird things to the edges. We'll just do it. Okay, we're going to do dark blue background. Trust, guys, trust. Right, dark blue background. I'm going to zoom in. I come back up to the top. We're going to go full white. You can really do one upside down on the wall flip. I used to be trying to learn how to do flips. I did eventually give up. Now your head hurts because your brain banged against a skull at the most 5 to 9 trillion times. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is the cap to the paint. And then we have the bottle. Except that's... now... vertical symmetry tool. And we're gonna move it. We're gonna move it right here. Odd Airy on YouTube. Anyone who can do 10 trillion backflips earns my respect. How many times has Airy been here? I think it's like 5? It might be more like 3. I'm not entirely sure. And partly that's my fault, because I keep not streaming on YouTube. Which, my bad, guys. At the same time, that's not exactly most trusted citizen numbers. Like 3 to 4 times? Okay. So, somewhere around what I said. I guess I said 3 or 5, which isn't a big range. But I knew it wasn't 7,000, so granted, it couldn't have been 7,000. I've streamed on YouTube 20 times, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know what mods have the power to do on YouTube as well. Also, I don't think I've ever had a troll on YouTube. It's not really worth risking. Okay, this is giving water bottle, not paint container. Yeah, Karu, you've been here 7,000 times. I don't even trust you. So, no offense. Okay, this isn't working. Paint bottle. See, this is kind of like the one I'm thinking of. Like these guys. Even if you were modded, you aren't here for most of the streams. I mean, yeah. The whole deciding who gets mod thing is very interesting. Because what are the requirements? Who's to say, really? Like, it's not like it's a real job. I mean, it is a real community that I'm trying to curate. It needs to be someone you can trust. And it really should be someone who's consistent. But at the same time, they don't actually have any obligation to you. I don't like it going out like that. I just gotta keep it straight down. Just a little bit more. Nope, that came off weird. And then we bring it in slightly curved. I think this is good. The only mods that aren't friends kinda asked for it, and you said okay. That's valid. You would need someone more honest and comes more often. So, are you saying that you're not honest? Did you lie? Did you actually not do 10 trillion backflips? Because that's a... I can't believe you lied to me about doing backflips. Filter, art, adjust, invert. See, that's what I was looking to do. Take this. And... you go boom, boom. You can have them sort of like offset. Boom. Then we can do like one more. And then we'll have the dice sets in here. You feel lied to? You're not in the Discord yet because you're never getting Discord. Also, you lie as jokes. Lying on the internet is low-key pretty fun. I've got to admit that. That's kind of the truth. I'm gonna come in. We're gonna do the cap colors, and then we're gonna do the regular colors. Oh, Control Z. We're gonna turn off the mirroring now, because that's not needed anymore. Honestly, we can turn this down to like a 13. And naturally, we're gonna shade these caps. But I'm doing my classic base color first technique. Zero. Zero. You thought you just ended stream because it lagged. Okay. Yes, I do see that I dropped 87 frames. So that is probably on my end. Sorry for that, chat. I don't know what caused that to happen. But I blame someone else. This one on top. Yes. I'm gonna make this one be... blue. Okay. You ate the sun? You blame Gru for stealing the bitrate. That is always possible. I've considered doing a vector cosplay for DragonCon, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I've looked up like examples of people who did them, and they never look cool. So yeah, probably no vector cosplay. What if we put here? We want red in the one all the way to the left, I feel like. Which... Hello, Saints of the Banana. Good to have you. Don't ask how or why, but you ate the sun. What if I do ask how? What if I do ask why? How are you gonna stop me? I think as my viewer, I have a responsibility to know what you're doing to the sun. How are you doing, Sansa? Good to have you in here. You know, I did already cosplay regular Shaggy. Revolting, did you see the images of that? Yeah, me and my buddy went to Dragon Con as Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. It was pretty dope. For some reason, I had a sword, and I had... What else did I have? And like and I was supposed to be fantasy Shaggy, except my sword was a ninja sword, because that's the one kind of sword I had in real life. What the heck is this? Oh, I see how it is. Go like that, and then this last one's gonna have green inside of it. Kaboom. All right. This should be fire. Now it's time for shading. You hate the sun because you're magical? That's valid. I would get aura by being vector. I don't think so. I think I'd lose aura. Grab this. Dark. Get this. Make it bigger. And it will shade it in. Get lighter. You go here. That is not lighter. That. Here. I feel like that's about reasonable, but then we want to come down with it very light and do some highlights on the bottle itself. Boom. Now we just copy that same effect, but on the other bottles. This one, the blue. Grab. Oh no, I meant to. I pressed the wrong keybind. Oh, that is to selector. That's more what we're looking for. And we'll go here. Bluish. I'll actually take it more into the purple category. I mean, I see that I didn't go all the way to purple, but I just meant in that general direction, right? And you just go like this. And we turn the opacity down a little bit so it's a bit smoother. I'm being a bit over aggressive here. Backflips 2 times? Heck yeah. Love a good backflip. All I managed to do learning to flip was injure myself, so... I mean, if you want to try it, kids, feel free, but don't blame me. It's a dangerous game. And then I was like, if I get brain damage, my life is like legitimately ruined. And I really don't want that. So I decided to stop trying to be an acrobat. Gives you magic to be able to backflip? Oh, heck yeah. With magic, that's easy. I love some good magic for backflippery. I just go like... Why is it not working? It's too much. Let's go down to like a 5. W lore, indeed. And then I feel like if I go in here, that's no. I'm wanting shadow. Haru, have you streamed lately? I haven't seen you on. Granted, I also haven't been paying great attention. Like that. And that's very overdone, but I come down with the opacity, right? I just erase it some. Perfect. You did a collab yesterday? I mean, yeah, the collab, but I just mean like Gartic. You know? If I copy these two, like I copy this one, Control C, Control V, and I move it over onto the red. A few days ago? Okay. You go like this, right? We line it up. Go like that. Enter. And then I go filter, adjust, HSV adjustment. And I push it into the red area. That's like so not working. If I click colorize, push it into Redland. That's actually kind of working. And then I can just take the highlights and I can bring those over into the red as well. And these are also filter, adjust, HSV adjustment, colorize. I'll push them this way. And what if I make them just slightly more saturated? You gotta go. Peace out, Eric. It was great having you. I feel like that's kind of solid. I still need to do the yellow, but it ended up being more of just a chatting stream, so I'm hearing me out for some reason. That does happen. That does happen. I'll come in. I'll do this. Control C, Control V. I love doing stuff the lazy way. Grab both of them. Them over here on the yellow. And then filter, apply HSV adjustment, reprompt. Colorize, we'll put it into yellow land. So I'll keep it slightly orange. Control Shift A. Okay. Now they are looking a bit flat. So we're going to come over here. We're going to take a very dark brown. Brush presets. I think this is going to end up being the most complicated of all of the locations, visually speaking. Just because it has so much in it. And there's always a question of like, is that out of style? Like, should I make it simpler so that it matches the rest of them better? Or is it fine? Is it something that just contributes to it looking good? That's hard to say. That's what art directors and art degrees are for. Neither of which I have. I guess technically I have an art director and his name is me. But that's kind of besides the point now, isn't it? Oh, or something like that. It's a shadow too harsh? Maybe. It doesn't really have the whole texture thing going on. Then here, you do the same thing on the yellow. Because the other bottle should be casting a shadow on it. turn the opacity on that down because it is a bit much. Boom. Voila. I am thinking that the bottoms of these are too visible. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. As in the lines are too thin. Which does kind of mean that the entire thing is too thin. Should go around all of it. Doing this. But I don't think I'm going to. The reason for that is... who knows? I don't know, I just don't feel like the tops of them should be polished more. And maybe that's because I'm crazy, but... I am... Where's the color for the tops? Here it is. Why is that all the way down here? We're gonna bring that up. And we'll shade these. We will go... oh, that's so wrong. There we go. Like you. I need to make sure that it's a cold color for the shadow. There we go. Boom. 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 Now, we did overlap that a bit too much. So, I'm gonna come in... ooh. That's so not what I was trying to do, but this'll work. Okay, so 3 is to zoom out. I need to stop clicking that on accident. Oh, crap. I've been shading the entire thing, not a new layer on top of it. That's fine. Kind of. I'd rather not have done that, but it's not a huge deal. And we'll come in, and we're going to try, and ever so slightly, we're going to try and do a highlight and make the tops slightly rounded. So we're going to sort of go like favoring the side towards the light source. Sort of do an edge highlight type of deal. Come in. Yeah, Karu. Oh no, indeed. Boom. Now we reset. Control-Shift A. That's splendid. And I do now think that I should make these lines slightly thicker. I don't know, just sometimes you stare at something, and the more you stare at it, eventually you realize, you know what? I should do that thing I was previously deciding not to do. And you have to question, was I wrong earlier? Or am I wrong now? And the answer is, who knows? Honestly, the answer is, it's a matter of taste. I mean, you can't have good taste or bad taste. That is simply a matter of fact. But, you know, we do what we can. Oh, also, this needs some shading. Why did I not shade this? Can you cry for a bit and feel a bit better? Heck yeah. That's the strat. We're going to shade this very aggressively. I'm gonna go like... oh, I need to... I click this, this, this. Now we do new layer. Now we shade. Perfect, like that. And then we come in and we go like this. Just a little bit of shading there. And then we're gonna come in We don't normally shade with this brush, but I'm going to do it. Because this is a hard surface object, I can actually shade with this. Why is that showing? Is that above the thing? It isn't. Why did that? I don't like how that's the way it is. I think the color doesn't come all the way, which is problematic in certain senses, but it'll be fine. And so I'm sort of going for like a stack of papers, kind of. Not exactly, but mostly. Revolting, if you're still here, what are you up to? And Karu, how's your art coming along? Here. You get to go. Perfection. Okay, and that looks great. Technically, it's coming along. It's certainly coming technically. Troll art for certain worm. Oh. Our beloved Gistly, huh? And now we need the dice. I am just going to draw a d20. I'm just going to put a singular d20 in here. And so it's going to be... Oh, perfect. Can I... That's not how I wanted d20. I'm going to just straight up trace this. It's just a photo. You can trace photos. Oh, I'll trace this one. No. I'm gonna trace this one. Yes. Guys, tracing is okay. You shouldn't trace when you're like doing a logo for someone or something, but just for little things. John Art, oh no. John Art's gonna be so mad. Whatever am I gonna do? If you tell John Art, I'm gonna tell him that you, I don't know, that you did something bad. That you kept abandoning us on peak. What about that? And John Art's gonna be very mad. You're a good lad? Then explain the abandoning, hun. Good lads don't abandon their team. Weird way to say carry? I don't know. I feel like you didn't really carry physically anyone. You could have. You could have helped, but no, you just left us to succumb to the elements. You know how many people died that maybe you wouldn't have if you would have stuck around and showed us your path of greatness instead of taking it and leaving us unknowingly lost upon the slopes of peak? Perhaps Gavin could have lived. But no, we lost a good streamer that day. lost a good one. Everyone pour one out for Gavin. I mean, he's still alive in real life. I think he literally streamed afterwards, but that's besides the point. You did, in fact, also kill me. Oh yeah, I forgot about the just straight up flagrant murder that you performed. Good of you to remind me that you murdered me. You know, like you could have just not said that and gotten away with it. Nice. You didn't expect me to fall all the way down? What did you expect to happen? I'm not Batman. That's the thing. Once you start tumbling, like, if you don't have a flat surface, you're kind of screwed. Boom. That's fire. And then we can put under it. Just a little bit of shadowing. I was in a relatively safe area and you have to fall all the way down. I was not anywhere near a relatively safe area. I do not know what you're talking about. You're straight up trolling. If that was a safe area, then like... then I don't know what a dangerous area is. You fool. I shall never forgive you. Let that be known. Karu now must suffer eternal damnation for his sins. I say having VIP'd him like 30 minutes ago. Truly, truly my anger is beyond reproach. Can we blame Gisli and said it was totally all their fault? For once, it wasn't Gisli's fault, actually. And honestly, that's kind of surprising. But it's true. What color do you use to shade red? I'm gonna go with blue. Pretty sure that's not the answer. I'm gonna go with purple, rather. Go slightly more opacity. Honestly, that's not bad. Go like this. I know generally for flat surfaces, it's sort of wise to shade the entire thing. But low-key, that's just not really making sense here for me. So you were oh, you asked for the lines that they spit on your face, so you're taking it out on everyone else. That doesn't make it their fault. That just means you have bad, like, emotional regulation. Which is just like a classic you problem. Doesn't really get any more classic you problem than that. Not perfect? I don't know. I feel the need to disagree. I feel the need to disagree. Anyhow, I feel like that's looking pretty swell. The line weights aren't exactly consistent. I think that in front of the hot dog in particular needs some stuff happening. Some border adjustment. And the opacity all the way up. Must be behind him. And that's one of the issues with reusing assets. Especially at different sizes. It gets confusing of what assets are supposed to look like what. That's not great for anyone involved. So like we can go like this. I don't know why I make like lightsaber noises when I'm drawing. I don't do that when I'm doing Gartic. That's interesting. At least to me. Human psychology is weird. What's going on here? Is it this? The melon. Let me go ahead and erase. There we go. Sure. Yo, what up, Null? We are making the shop icon to replace this pink abomination. And I think it's coming along pretty well. I do think that we need a bit more shading underneath the melon in particular. What is this? That's the palettes, the paper. Why, thank you. It's mostly just reused assets. But some of it's unique. Where's the melon at? Here's the melon. Eraser tool. If I go here. Oops. Just erase flowing. And I give it a bit more oomph. Shadow department. That works pretty well. How was your sleep, Null? Also, why were you waking up at 7:23 null time? I've been working on this for about an hour and 23 minutes. So it's been a little bit long, but not like super long. We should file save. It has been that long. Unknown error, okay. File save as. I'm gonna save as a credit file. Alright. I am going to end up needing to put background line on here. I didn't fully stock the shop, which is fine. Just going here. I think I missed it slightly. It's fine, and then everything else is covered. You stayed up till 10 a.m.? That's insane. You should hurry up so you can work on your real drawing. I agree, Karu. I agree. What's your real drawing? And, okay, we will grab this color. You can close this now. This is just going to be... Oh, why is this not working? There we go. Like this. And... what is this? This is the top. So we put this here. Yuri tomorrow? Heck yeah. Turn this all the way up. Opacity all the way up. Oh no, let's all the way up. We just want... I want eraser mode. Oh no, wait. I need to do this. 15. Go. I need to go across. Need it to stay straight. There we go. Oh, that was actually almost perfect. Yeah, Karu's already drawing Tito. That's what Karu's working on right now. I need to go all the way across, unfortunately. Oh, that's perfect. That's almost perfect. Oh, boom. Perfection. And while I'm already doing this, we'll hit the other side. Can you draw Tito and Yuri tomorrow? That is a request. No, you are a person of interesting choices. Let me have you know that. You know, why is it not? There we go. Oh, are those actually perfectly parallel? You're drawing Tito today and her birthday is tomorrow, so you're doing birthday art. That's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to hit it with the shading. It's big, low opacity. I mean, that's the good stuff right there. That's it. Oh, Null is speaking in German now, I think. That could be what that is. Not entirely sure. Yeah, Null has lost it, Karu. It's game over. Game over, man. Game over. What's that from? Armageddon, I think? Not the biggest, Armageddon guy, I'd say. Click this. And we do intersection. No. All layers. Intersection. There we go. Heto Yisei Abde Yui tomorrow. Is that real language or is that just nonsense? Let's look at the other one. So they have a general just this sort of approach. And is this the part with the lines? It is. I'm gonna undo this below. I'm generally... Is this not doing anything? Am I crazy? You're trooping with Jonf? You're tripping on mushrooms? Is that what that means? It's just like, so it's just sort of scattered. Since it's the way it is, there's not a massive, anything really regarding giving me direction as to lighting. I do need to take the light, the lines here, filter, HSV adjustment. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Z. Filter stitches and reprompt. Turn off colorize. Reset this. I'm just gonna turn the darkness up a little bit. And we come back here. What? Why are we pretending we can't understand? I think it's because you're writing like a maniac. To be honest with you. You're writing like an insane person. Okay, so now that we've done this, I'm going to come here. I'm going to draw a line alongside this plank, because this is going to help us with the shading. Needs to be on intersect. Perfect. Cool. Thanks for the hydrate. Can make this even bigger. I go like, I get really big, just like that. Heck yeah, that's looking pretty fire. You know what I could have done actually? You know what? At this point, it doesn't matter. Like, grab this. We do. All at once. This layer specifically. Grab all of it. Yaru, that is absolute nonsense. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Here we are going to turn this down and go like this. Oh crap, I just did that on the wrong layer. Should see. Should make this its own layer, just for the sake of opacity low. Size. I see, that's looking a vibe. I'm down with that. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Going to... Indeed, Karu, I'm doing well. Null, are you doing well? Hope so. Why did that not work? I was in this mode again. Hope some I hope get better soon. Is there someone who's not doing well? I mean, obviously there's people in the world who aren't doing well. But I know Nada's about to start streaming again. Silly's about to start streaming again. Chef is just taking like a little nap. That's really all I know about people. Oh geez, something tells me someone is tweaking, but I can't really put my finger on it. Are you talking about Null? What are you on about? Is it me? Am I going insane? I could be going insane. Only be mildly surprised. We can turn this one down opacity-wise. I mean, now if you want to include you, it's now 2 people. I mean, you don't gotta spill the tea on someone that I don't know, but like... Who is this person who's crazy? Is crazy? I was crazy once. I'm not a big fan of that meme. Mostly because the people who introduced it to me were people I didn't particularly like that much. Just drop that opacity down. I think that's looking pretty good. Your hair feels so good right now. You like it, it feels really soft and stuff, and it feels good. By the way, I'm using that voice thing because I'm like typing was not working. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, now drapes time. We will do, select the whole thing. Right. And then we will shade with, it's like purple, perhaps? We'll see if that's a good color for shading this color. Turn it down to 50. That's way too much. But if we turn the opacity down... Okay, that's a vibe. And then we can come in and just... Oops, dadgummit, I did it on the wrong layer again. Hate it when I do that. Should be doing it a lot, though. Pretty easy mistake to make. Eraser all the way up. Boom. Stop erasing. It's just kind of the back sort of place. Now, shading this is going to be complicated because it's like barely 3D. That means it's hard to know really what's happening on it. Opacity down even more. True, true. Indeed. True, true, true. That's what trains say. They say true, true. Get that right. Ooh, I'm liking this. That's looking good. And then you come in a new layer. You come with just a little bit brighter version. You can sort of do the edges a little bit as they catch highlights. Just a little bit. And we hit the front a little. No, if you just slept for so long, why are you so tired? I guess I know waking up at weird times doesn't exactly do wonders, does it? Just gonna put in some little dots here and there. And this is gonna look really bad at first, but then I'm gonna play around with some layer settings. And it's gonna look better. Make them almost purple. Over here again. Have the little white part. Good morning, every pony? What the heck does that mean? Are you talking to the invisible My Little Ponies in your head? It's an overlay. I do hard mix. Okay, we can do that. Then I come in with these guys. I do like the little pieces of texture that these guys add in. this with an even darker. You want me to send you Chudley fan art, Mr. Meow? Okay. I don't think you're ever gonna even get a response from anyone named Mr. Meow, because there's no one here who goes by that name. You know? I don't think someone named that lives here. If I ever find him, I'll let you know. We'll put this on overlay mode. That's much needed texture. And voila. I mean, we need to do the grass still, of course. So right now it's just on blue background. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now, for the grass part, we're going to take the base grass. This will be in the very back. It's going to be this. We're going to turn up, I believe it was to, was it actually 75? Yeah, it was 75. And opacity all the way up. And we're just gonna go like this. And that's good stuff. We'll come up all the way to the top. Do the same thing. And we're just gonna throw some grass in front of the shop. It's gonna be fire. And we can hit it with a couple of rotations for some more. Is it 6 to go the other direction? Yeah. Voila. Oh. You go like this a couple of times. Oops. Not 3. A wee meow is one thing. Mr. Meow is not my name. To the extent that I doth protest. What is happening? Can we play story mode? Yeah, you can play story mode with Null. Right, Null? You'd love to play story mode with Garu. And so now we just put in some little black lines. Just make it 15. Cool, go like on black. Oh no, I should do the other colors first. Grab this one. And here we just go in. And we're just adding some color variety. Right. Nothing fancy. Just a little bit of texture. Some of it comes up all the way. Some of it goes down all the way, but not all of it. And then we come in and we get the lightest part. And we go, whoop. Let's do some little touches. This isn't supposed to be overbearing. There's just a little bit of accenting. Bringing out some of the shapes. Giving the grass some texture. Boom. And honestly, we can erase some of this because it's a bit much. Or is it? Oh, it's on the bottom layer. to take care of that. Oops. Splendid. Now we go for the little texture marks. We do new layer. And so the first thing we hit is we want to hit the corners so that it looks like they don't just sort of disappear into nothingness. As use the tufts. Now we have one more corner to do. And now we're gonna hit just a couple parts of the front. Now this, we're not doing the whole thing. Just a couple of them. And that just gives a little bit of an indication where the grass is and where it stops and where the other thing begins. It gives a little bit of separation. It just sort of helps bring it all home a little bit. Some of these places, you know what, I'm actually gonna do that here. I'm actually doing little tufts like this instead of properly outlining it, which I've found to be cool at times. I'll do that on this one as well. But it gives the idea that a bit more chaotic there. I'm entirely thrilled with how this one's shaped. I'm just gonna nuke it. And like, voila. Now, one of the things that I've had problems with before, one of the things that does cause trouble, is this grass needs to be more transparent than the rest of it. Now, if I bring this all the way up top, it's going to overlap a bunch of the stuff we already have, which isn't great, but we can trim it. We can go here. Just cut that down. And we go here. Exactly, so the line is right there. This is the very top one. Hello, Karu. Thank you for the hydrate. That one be how it... Oh, a dramatic entrance. Ooh. For this, I'm gonna clean up all the way. 1 second. I'll get to the hydrate after I finish this section. So I don't want to... There we go. Yeah, and I actually want to clean up this line work a little bit too. I don't like how hedgehoggy this is looking. So I'm going to nuke these three. And I'm just going to give a little classic tuft right there. Bad. Honestly, it's still looking a bit too hedgehoggy. I'm gonna take this and go like whoop. That's now it looks busy. Honestly, maybe this one we're just gonna go with the classic. The whoop. That's too heavy. I'm a very iterative drawer. I try a bunch of shapes a bunch of different times and just stick with whatever works out. I draw based on vibes, you know? Vibes and vibes alone. Okay. So we're going to go to a file. We need a reference. We're going to go to Open, Documents, Assets, Map. We're going to go to 2026, Arena. Do I not have a proper KRA saved to the arena? I have to. I have the autosave. There's no way I didn't save the arena as a KRA. Goodness, this is flattened. File, open. Arena. I wonder if I saved over it at some point. That's horrible. Why is the search not working? Go to images? No. Assets. Layout? Oh, here we are. Cool. Arena flattened. And so what I ended up doing here was... So the colors was all at 69%. And the issue that that leads us to is that these... I can't really do that for. But I guess I can... Okay, I'm gonna file... Save. File, save as. We're gonna do shop underscore experimental. I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna take the select identical color everywhere tool. Actually, we're gonna merge everything. Just as is. We're just gonna straight up merge it. So it's entirely flattened now. And I'm going to get all of the black. Tool options. It's gonna be threshold of just 4. Feather. We can do feather 1. We can do threshold of 0 or 1. Goodness, that. Maybe we need 2. That's crazy. And we are Control X, Control V. That's an atrocity. That's so horrible. Because it doesn't fully get... If I turn the feathering up to 3. Control X. Control V. Oh, what if I Control C, Control V? And then I take this and drop this to 69. Which I promise you guys, I did not do because of the number, but because it looks good in game. I promise you that. It's kind of crazy to me that that's what it seems like I was running with in game. I don't like how blurry this is. I'm gonna take the feathering down. But if I just do Control C, Control V, take this to 69. Honestly, I think this works. But I do want... This makes me feel like I need a bit more line on the sausages. So I'll do that real quick. It's because this is looking a bit neglected. Which I see that the glowing is intentionally messing up the nearby lines. Which, to be honest with you, I'm not too sure I appreciate at this point. I'm gonna let it do it. I honestly feel like something about how this is, I need to soften it slightly. Maybe like that. And then I will do file, export, map. I'll do let's do shop.png, I guess. And then we'll move it over and see how that looks. We will replace the previous shop.png. I think it's actually shop.webp. I'm not being consistent about what file type I'm using. That's fine. Karu, go lock in. Have you finished your first drawing? Kind of weird about. Yes, you sent it. Oh, cool. Ah, very nice. This is Karu's Gistly fan art. I hope. Is this a leak? Should I have not shown this on stream? I do have a. It is beautiful, and it is our good friend Gistly. It's fine. Gistly isn't here, hopefully. I think Gistly might be lurking. I'm not sure. No, Gistly isn't lurking. Okay. Unless she's hiding behind me. Unless he's hiding behind me. I was thinking about Noah Nara, who's right there. Good old Noel, messing me up. Not even here, still messing me up. Joking. Okay. Let's see it. I go to the folder. Open folder. I'm gonna take this. Shop.png. Oh, we should crop this. Crop tool. Here. Here, we want to make sure we're not accidentally breaking any pixels in half or pixel clusters. Boom. File, save, file, export, shop.png. Yes. Okay. We can take this. It looks very good against the dark background. If we take it into code editor, we put it into kingdom, drop it here. We're going to delete shop.webp. We're gonna search shop.web. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to shop.png. What's it doing? Stop it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That looks too small. And under opacity, even relatively to other things, I think. That's weird. Very weird. Let's go back to the non-experimental version. Assets, map. .6 shop.kra. Did I successfully? I did. So we can take the grass. I believe this is all grass. Control G. Group that. And let's see. Is this an issue with that? It isn't. I am going to... Oh, that looks weird. Is this an issue of... Okay. I'm just gonna polish this up real quick. We should have consistent base in here at least. I think. And we're just gonna go in. It's all nice and polished up. That should be good. So we can merge all the grass into one group. Control E. It's good now. Oh, that wasn't exactly what we wanted. We want this on the outside. Control G. No, Control. We want Control E. Control E. There we go. Now, we take the grass. Forgot how I did this previously. Let's look at the arena. I have the outlines on top. Down here. How are we masking it? The grass is black boosted and says the transparency mask. Okay. So, Control C, Control V. And I'll take this one, filter, adjust HSV all the way down, and then convert to transparency mask. And we are going to put it on the group that has all of the lines. We're going to take it, we're going to put it on shop itself, which is down here. No, it's up more. Now it's down more. Oh. Transparency mask. If I do filter, adjust Invert? Okay. And so now if I hide the grass... No, it's now just not doing anything. Oh, Gistley's here. What up, Gistley? I accidentally minimized chat. Don't peek, but it's art from the magma. Oh goodness, I missed a lot. How long have I been not looking at chat? I've been not looking at chat for 7 minutes? Oh, right when I was showing... No, wait, okay. And this is playing peek because I will peek. Okay, cool. I'm caught up. Welcome back, Gistley. Good to have you. You didn't see the Gistley art I showed, right? I managed to not leak that. Duplicate layer. No? Perfect. File, save as flattened. I always have issues with this part. I shouldn't have done things the way I did them. I always have regrets. But hey, that's fine. That's what life's for, right? Okay, I'm just gonna take all of this. I'm just gonna group it. Or merge it. Okay, except that one line. That one line needs to stay out. This is part of the shop. I'll move this to the top except for the grass. All the way down here. I'll take this, Control E. Okay, that's pretty much it. You're busy gooning? Perfect. Yeah, it's good that you came back after. Terrible things could have happened if you would have come back too early, you know? And we never want that. We need to take this up to here. And then we merge these two layers together. Okay. And so now, how do I do this? Color. Okay, let's select the active layer. Let's just make sure that... So this is a line. Outline. Early is never good. Except for when it is good. This is empty. Layer 3. I said active layer. So everything up until the transparency mask through here, I can group. Quick group. Make it small. Okay, so this is all outlines. Outlines. I think I spelled that wrong, but I don't really care. I don't know what's wrong with the transparency mask. I'm just not doing what I want to do. I'm gonna take the outlines. Honestly, what is this? This is coloring. This is coloring. This is coloring. Turn back on isolate active layer. Okay, so everything down here is coloring. So I can grab all of these, Control G, color, Control E, and then Isolate active layer. Color. 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 All this is color, so I can move it down here. Control E. Control E. So if I turn this down to like 80. And then take all the grass. These two grass. Control E. Grass. I turn this down to 80. We have the expected issue. What am I streaming for? I might stream my coloring and rendering if you end. I'm doing it low-key broken heart. I mean, I am not entirely sure. It's a good question. I don't know. I'm sort of just going to go until I finish this. I think after this, I might do code. After I do this, I will do code. And the question is, do I stream code? I don't think so. No one seems to really care for that. I might honestly just get in streamer Discord. Or Null's Discord. Or my Discord. And see what happens there. I might also just start watching Netflix after I finish this, while coding. It's hard to say. Filter, okay, so why, if I want to do a mask, white is good or bad? Let's check this. Here, what does the mask look like? It looks like the mask is... Why is this the way it is? I feel like it's not even being used. Isolate active layer. How is it not... Oh, it's all being put together. Then when I want to have the mask on... Yeah. If you go live, let me know. My friends are either busy or out of town. Well, all of my friends are either busy or online friends, and therefore it doesn't really matter that they're out of town. That's a very convenient thing to have. Online friends. So I need the bottom outlines. The transparency mask here. Okay, so black is what I make go away. It seems. Yes, black is what I make go away. So I come to shop flattened. I take the grass, filter, adjust, HSV. I turn it all the way to black. And then I bring this down to outlined, I think. Where is it? Here's outlines. Except it's not actually truly flattened yet. So I need to do... There's nothing here other than outlines. So I can just control E. Merge group. Can I not merge two groups at once? Merge group. And then merge group. And then I turn this into a transparency mask. Oh, no. Am I getting it wrong? What am I doing wrong? Is it maybe like a selection mask? It says transparency mask here. Invert? Filter mask? No. Convert to transparency mask. And then it locks onto this. And then it gets rid of all of it because it's all black for some reason. What if I like... Let me investigate this. Maybe I like do this and I make a big white box behind it. And then I do merge with layer below. And then I do convert to transparency mask. Oh, perfect. I don't understand why that worked. I do the same thing here. I turn the grass back on. But I need to take this and make it move down ever so slightly. Because if this is going to be at 75... Yeah, see, that's the issue with the... I don't remember if I fixed this last time. Oh, I didn't. Turn this all the way up. I don't transparency mask this. I simply merge the grass with the color. I just bring it down here. And it can go under the lines now because of that. I take these two and merge them together, and then I can turn this to 75, and it works perfectly. And the things in the shop are still showing. Too brightly? Perhaps a little bit? But it's either that, or I nuke their visibility. And I don't want to do that. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Garo. Then in theory, I could go like this. No, let's just not do that. Or should we? Maybe it's up here. Come in. Go to this. You just go like... You just erase that. And opacity all the way up. You just throw that in a little bit, you know? Because who doesn't love a little bit of whatever that is, you know? And we can come up here to the grass and be like... I thought this was... Oh, I'm in the wrong layer. That'll do it. I spent a lot of time on wrong layers. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It keeps happening. Alright. Ooh, and then this is an issue. I think that's because this is here. Yep. Here, we just take... It does indeed happen. That is not what I meant to erase. I'm trying to erase this one. Am I drawing? I am drawing. I meant to be erasing. Goodness. Nice, he's on fire today. And by on fire, I mean entirely burning away. And not in a good way. Okay. And... File saved. just for the sake of sanity. We can come down here, turn it down to 75. Those are all a bit way too bright, comparatively. But it is the shop. It is supposed to be kind of hype. I can't really do anything about the outlines. So, we're gonna put it in and see if it looks bad. So file, save, file, export. Actually, no, I think, yeah, no, this is right. File, export, shop.png. Yes. You're going to come to method is checking it later on every 5 minutes so you don't miss too much progress. Yeah. I mean, most of the time I just decide that I'm fine with having what happened happen. And obviously there is something to be said for that not being valid. But I'm not really planning to come back to any of the layers. I just like having them there just in case. So if I accidentally rewrite them, I'm mostly fine with it. Especially if I'm like almost done like I was. Shop.png. Save. Yes. Okay. Now we come in. We grab the file. It's looking pretty nice. You're going to throw it into the game, overwriting the old version. Replace. All right, hopefully this will do it. Please look good, please look good. All right, that does look good. It doesn't look like the items in the shop are too high opacity. I hover over it, it brightens as expected. I do feel the need to make this bigger, which I shall handle. I'll go into the code. We go to Kingdom. It's called Shop Image. I'll pull up the CSS for that. Width, we're gonna turn that to 18 probably. Honestly, it looks like we can probably push it to 19. Alright, we've got a little bit more room there. Let me save that. I think when we make it bigger like that, we need to push it up on the screen a little bit. So we're gonna reduce this number because this is distance from the top. And since I did that, I'll actually take this, make it slightly bigger. And I'm gonna move it up a little bit more and slightly to the left. So 30 and then 16. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna move the castle down a smudge. Castle will go to 29. All right. I'm thinking that's fire, y'all. I think that is this screen done. Come over to the new shop. Hit it. Come in. Heck yeah. There's way more palettes than this. I've just bought almost all of them. I always put some back after I buy them. I unbuy them, which you guys won't be able to do, but you know, I'm the admin, so I can do whatever I want to. Yeah. We can go back to it. Make sure it hasn't like moved or something. All right. Well, I think I am going to go take care of some things, and then I'm going to do the remaining coding that is needed. Hopefully I'm going to actually have the game finished tonight. I did have the code finished previously. Finished. And I thought I had more art to do, and then I started doing the art, and I found that there is... I found a couple of bugs. So I'm going to fix the bugs, and then hopefully the game will actually be done. that is until I start doing creator outreach and putting creator items in the game, which should mostly just be filling out templates, right? But, you know, that's pretty much done, right? That's kind of like, I finished the game and then I'm adding stuff to it, because everything that is mine will be done after I make these last 2 code changes. Yeah, and thank everybody for tuning in. We will pick someone to raid. W stream, thank you, Karu. Your support is very much appreciated. You'll come over and slash raid browser. And I think we raided Mai yesterday. Rashim is up. Who's live on Gartic right now? Samurott? We're trying to get Samurott to hang out with us more. Oh, let's raid Caleb. Caleb is in a new house, not actually playing Gartic, just letting other people play Gartic. That's weird. I'll raid Samurott. Or actually no, I want to see what Caleb's up to, because that's weird stuff. So let's raid Caleb. Everyone, when you get in there, yell, "It's Doodlemon time!" It's Doodlemon time. And heck yeah, it's been great having you guys. Your support means a lot, and we are, yeah, see, my brain is failing. This is why I can't be doing stuff, you know? Why is the raid not starting? Does she have raids off? I clicked. Has not. Am I stupid? Click on Samurott. It won't let me raid. Do I not have enough viewers to raid Samurott? Is that what's happening? Cancel raid. Start raid. Oh, okay, there we go. It was just glitched. Everyone, once again, love you guys, and peace out.
Whoops. Didn't go how I wanted. Let me fix that. Hey, what the heck? Thank you so much for the raid. What were you streaming? Were you also streaming Gartic? This was unfortunately the last round though. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but this was the last round. If you'd want to stay and look at the art, feel free to. I will raid someone else after this round that's also playing Gartic. Nah, not today, just an art stream, really? Or were you drawing that on your stream? I've tried to do an art stream a couple times. One time I painted. I tried to follow a Bob Ross tutorial that someone in here didn't like. And then I sent it to my parents. I sent my painting to my parents since they live a few states away. I think these 3 viewers are all a streamer squad. The final asset for my game. Ooh, what kind of game are you making? Also, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Thank you, and thank you, Karu, for the follow as well. Why do you keep saying that? Help me, they killed me. I'm a lost soul. They got me, and who knows who's next. Please run far away. 400, you're gonna scare everybody off. You're literally gonna scare everybody off. Widowy, you're widowy gonna scare everybody. Ignore him. He knows not what he speaks. Forgive him, he's just a boy. Alright, B, sorry, that's your problem.